from Tokyo to London used to be a straight line, a polar route that sliced right over the top of the world and deep across Russia. But today, if you look up your next long-haul flight, you might notice something different. A huge detour. An entire nation's airspace has been carved out of the global map, fundamentally reshaping international air travel. The Russian Federation controls the largest airspace on the planet, spanning 11 time zones. For decades, it was a crucial, efficient bridge for carriers flying between Europe and Asia. Flying over Siberia, for example, drastically shortened flight times, saving millions in fuel and operational costs for airlines. It was an elegant, logical solution for modern aviation. All that changed in March 2022. In response to sanctions and the invasion of Ukraine, dozens of countries, including the European Union, the United States, and Canada, closed their airspace to airlines from Russia. These airspace bans were mutual, with the Russians barring carriers from many Western nations from their own skies. For global travel, the impact was huge. Airlines were suddenly forced to find new routes, and the Great Detour began. For airlines like Finnair, the change was dramatic. A flight from Helsinki to Tokyo that once took less than 10 hours was now forced to fly north over the Arctic, then down across Alaska and the Pacific, adding up to 4 hours to the journey. The route to Nanjing was closed. The frequency of flights to Shanghai was reduced. On the route from Helsinki to Shanghai, the flight departs towards the southwest, avoiding the Ukrainian airspace, then turns eastwards, avoiding airspaces over the Black Sea and Iran, increasing significantly the total flight time. American carriers were also impacted, and the flight from New York to Shanghai, for example, now requires a route that crosses Canada from east to west-west over Alaska and the Pacific. For some routes, planes no longer have range for the full try, and may require a technical stop in places like Anchorage for refueling. It's a logistical headache that ultimately affects the ticket prices travelers pay. And then there's another aspect to add to it. Airlines from countries not participating in the ban, such as China and some Middle Eastern carriers, such as Turkish, Emirates, and Qatar Airways, can still utilize Russian airspace, allowing them to offer shorter flight times and potentially lower fares. This puts airlines avoiding Russian airspace at a competitive disadvantage in the crucial Europe-Asia market. Some airlines are experiencing significant losses in market share due to the airspace restrictions. Airlines for America estimates that U.S. carriers lose roughly $2 billion annually in market share due to the prohibition. European airlines like Finnair, British Airways, and Lufthansa have had to suspend or reduce flights on certain routes due to the impact of the closure, affecting their revenue streams. According to Euronews.com, Finnair has cut flights to China, offering only one mainland route from Helsinki to Shanghai. The closure of Russian airspace is a vivid example of how global politics can disrupt our interconnected world. As long as geopolitical tensions persist, the detours and increased costs will remain a reality for international travelers. It remains a challenge, forcing airlines and pilots to adapt and rethink the way we navigate our skies. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to click the like button and to leave your comments with what content you would like to see next. Thanks for watching.